Hello, my name is Tom Anahosa. I serve as a national consultant for National Geographic Learning. Today, I'd like to spend just a few minutes with you walking through the Exploring Science myNGconnect program so you can become familiar with the various resources available to you. On this first screen, the book chooser, you see the four types of digital resources available for each grade level of Exploring Science. They include a student edition in English, a student edition in Spanish, a newly added teacher resources book, and if I scroll down, you can see the teacher's guide or teacher's edition for this grade level. Teachers will see editions associated with their students' subscriptions. For example, the Spanish edition will not be available if there are no student subscriptions to the Spanish edition. Similarly, the English edition wouldn't be available if there were no student subscriptions to that English edition. If your subscription provides access to multiple grade levels, you'll find several ways to navigate to the editions of those various grade levels. You could use the left and right arrows in the book chooser, as you see me using here. Or you could use the yellow dots underneath the book chooser. Or you could use the green book chooser icon you'll find in the upper right hand corner of the page. Again, when you click on this icon, you'll only see those editions that are associated with your subscription. As an example of the system, I'll use the Grade 4 Book Chooser page by clicking on the yellow dot. To view any of the four resources available for Grade 4, you simply click on the edition cover, or you can click on the edition title from the Book Chooser icon. Before doing that, however, let me briefly explain the other icons here in the upper right-hand corner. The blue profile icon provides access to the user management console. The user management console allows teachers to view and add classes, view and add students, or create reports. The green book chooser icon is also known as your backpack and is one of the ways you can access the grade level editions provided by your subscription. The orange question mark icon gives you instant access to an online teacher user manual for myNGconnect for Exploring Science. The teacher user manual can be viewed online or printed for your convenience. The red exit icon is for signing off of myNGconnect at the end of your session. Okay, let's take a quick look at the editions available for Grade 4. Remember, the same four editions are available for all grades K through 5, depending on your personal subscription parameters. The Student E-editions are online versions of the Exploring Science for grades K through 5. Students will see the E-edition they have access to when they log on to myNGconnect. Student E-editions include audio, videos, and interactive assessment opportunities. Choose the Student Edition in English by clicking on its cover. You can view an e-edition by clicking on the arrow buttons in the e-reader to turn individual pages. Or you can go to specific topics by using the Table of Contents icon here in the upper left-hand corner of the e-reader. Using your cursor, you can choose any topic and instantly go to that particular page, Once you're there, you can flip individual pages as I did before with the arrow buttons. Notice that the contents page from the student edition is also available for instant access. From the table of contents in the student book, you can also click on a topic and go directly to that page in the book. A fourth way to easily navigate within your e-reader is to click on the discipline-specific icons at the bottom of the e-reader page. These links will take you to the beginning of each unit of physical, life, or earth science. Even more features of the ebook, let's go to a sample lesson for 4th grade physical science called Hit the Ball. By now, you've probably noticed other icons found throughout the e-reader. You can choose the full screen icon to enlarge the ebook. Clicking it again returns the screen to its original size. Virtually all the text in the ebook can be read aloud by clicking on the speaker icons.
Hit the ball. A fastball speeds toward a batter.
Clicking on the icon again pauses the reading. To continue the read aloud, click the icon again.
He hits it. The ball is in motion, changing position.
Note that in the Spanish editions, the read aloud is in Spanish. You'll find key vocabulary highlighted throughout the book. Clicking on the word reveals a student-friendly definition which, once again, can be read aloud.
Motion. When an object is moving, it is in motion.
Moving down the page, we find one of the yellow circle eye icons. Clicking on it reveals additional information relevant to the picture on the page.
The batter's swing affects the bat's energy when it collides with the ball.
On many pages, you'll be invited to open the special gallery to access key digital resources not available in the print version of the book. Galleries may include additional visual, animation, video, text, or sound resources. In this case, we find a simple animation about the relationships in energy between a baseball and a bat. We also find a high-definition video that you can play and have the read aloud play simultaneously.
When the batter hits the baseball with the bat, the ball changes position and direction.
Clicking on the X returns us to the student page. In order to maximize the visual impact of the stunning visuals in exploring science, the formative assessment feature for each lesson called Wrap It Up is hidden on the page until you click on its icon. Finally, the blue S icon reveals the next generation science standards addressed by each specific lesson in the book. The Exploring Science ebook is designed to be highly engaging by having students interact with an assortment of icons and other digital features found throughout the student books at every grade level, putting the student in control of the delivery of information, making it a very personalized experience for each student reader. I invite you to explore on your own to discover all of the interesting digital advantages integrated throughout this beautifully illustrated student edition. I'd like to quickly show you some of my favorite features found in this particular ebook. Let's go to a lesson called Internal Structures of a Wild Rose. Here we see the familiar read aloud speaker icon, the yellow circle eye icon, and a new icon, the plus sign in the middle of this oval. Clicking on it reveals additional information about the illustration on that page. If we go to the Wrap It Up section for this particular lesson, we'll find a special item that asks students to demonstrate their conceptual understanding by working with key vocabulary terms in a paragraph about the content of this unit. When wrong, they get a clear reminder that they've made a mistake and the opportunity to correct that mistake. Let's check out another lesson. This one is called Internal Organs of an Elephant, and it uses an icon represented here for a special tool that we call a slider. Moving the slider reveals internal organs of the elephant, and you can click on these plus icons to reveal additional information about each of those organs. In earth science, there are a couple of interesting examples. This one from the lesson called the Badlands. Here we see the use of that same slider type of tool in a slightly different manner. And a new icon, this globe, which reveals a map that's going to show where the Badlands National Park is in South Dakota. One final example I'd like to share with you is from the lesson Eastern Temperate Forest. Here we see, in the Wrap It Up section, an additional type of activity where students choose selections to demonstrate their understanding, in this case, of the Pacific Northwest Forest. And then move on to a similar item about the Southwest Desert. Now that you've seen a brief demonstration of how to navigate within myNGconnect for Exploring Science, you'll be able to easily access the other available editions, such as the Teacher Resources and the Teacher Edition. In the Teacher Resources Edition, you'll find all your Learning and Assessment Masters available for download, as well as the newly added Exam View program, which together provide additional valuable tools for classroom instruction, investigations, small group and individual study, and assessment. The online digital teacher's guide, like the print version of the book, contains all the guidance and teacher support you'll need to conduct a successful and enjoyable science experience for students and teachers alike, all in an easily accessible digital format. Like the print version of this document, you'll find disciplinary core ideas review assessment items in the back pages of the book. And throughout your teacher's guide, you'll find all of your standards and objectives, a consistent 5E learning cycle approach, along with multiple additional teacher supports for differentiated instruction, reading and literacy connections, teaching with technology, addressing science misconceptions, and a three-dimensional approach to teaching and learning science. I hope I've given you enough information to make your experience with the myNGconnect Exploring Science online resource enjoyable and successful for both you and your students. If you need additional help, please contact your local National Geographic Learning sales representative, and they can put you in touch with the right trainer who can walk you through any specific questions you may have about using Exploring Science from National Geographic Learning. Thank you very much.